flying automobiles, robot butlers, and fully automated houses sounded like distant possibilities when movies began to tease our minds with them. Today, they are all more than possibilities, and the Home Assistant is one of the most tangible evidence of that. Here's how to set up your first Home Assistant as a beginner. Knowing your Home Assistant. Before you set up your Home Assistant, it is essential to know that it is an open-source home automation platform, still in its early phases of development. However, each update makes it easier to use for beginners. To put it plainly, Home Assistant Core is a Python software that works on a variety of platforms. The Home Assistant operating system is a UI-driven ecosystem that includes Home Assistant Core, Home Assistant Supervisor, and Home Assistant add-ons. It is the foundation for a Home Assistant. The automation included in your setup enables your home to adapt to your needs, such as when you turn on the lights at home from work, message you if you left something turned on back at home, and so on. Home Assistant is also ideal for anyone concerned about their privacy. For instance, you may keep your platform entirely unconnected from the internet because no data is kept in the cloud. Choosing the hardware. The Home Assistant runs on a single-board computer called the Raspberry Pi. This is what is used to power Home Assistant. The Raspberry Pi 4 Model B is as affordable as it is an excellent choice for beginners. It is recommended that you get the one with 4 GB of RAM because you'll have more room for add-ons. While there are builds available for older and less expensive machines, you'll discover that they'll approach their limits sooner rather than later. This is important, and you'll find out why when we touch on add-ons later in this video. Furthermore, you'll need a micro SD card, at least one with a 32 GB size. It is vital to ensure you're not just going for the cheapest option. For the purpose of dependability, Application Class 2 is officially recommended. However, a micro SD card with high endurance comes highly recommended. It is also crucial to know that while Home Assistant may be controlled and accessed over Wi-Fi, connecting it to your network or switch using an Ethernet cable is the best option. This is mainly because it makes your connection more reliable and speedier, and it also comes with the extra advantage of being easy to set up. Please subscribe to our channel to join our growing community. Hit the subscribe button today for a front row seat to our next informative upload. The software. When it comes to the software for running your Home Assistant, installing the Bailment Etcher and a sophisticated text editor like Visual Studio Code is a great way to set up efficiently once the hardware is ready. Then from here, get the most recent Home Assistant image. Choose the image that corresponds to your Raspberry Pi model. Insert the micro SD card into your PC and initiate Bailment Etcher to flash the Home Assistant image to the card. Installing Home Assistant. And now to the main event. Did you know that in just 30 minutes, you can get your Home Assistant up and running fully on your Raspberry Pi? To do this, simply eject the card, slide it into your disconnected Raspberry Pi, then connect the Ethernet and power cables once the image has been appropriately burned to the micro SD card. Considering that the Home Assistant is set up to be a headless system, there's no need to attach a monitor or keyboard to your Raspberry Pi. From there, everything is managed using a browser on a different machine. We will touch on another feature that helps take off the stress of using your Home Assistant as we go along. Just stick around. Using the Home Assistant Configurator. You'll be welcomed by the UI that may be used to operate your smart devices once you acquired access to your Home Assistant. Any Android user will recognize this interface because it adheres to the material design standards. You'll also see that a few devices have already been included, such as Chromecast and Google Home devices. This includes the availability of the configurator. With a simple click on Configure on the UI, you can set up your various devices. A great example of a device that works great on this platform is the Philips Hue lights. Install your first add-on. Additionally, you'll need to install a particular add-on called the Snapshot. This add-on helps you access your Home Assistant configuration files from your PC. It's never the best idea to have unsecured devices on your network, but it's more dangerous if it's a device that controls your house. You can take care of this by setting up a password. You'll also get to briefly view the code that powers your Home Assistant by doing so. Open Windows Explorer and browse to the config folder on your Home Assistant shared to initiate it. Creating a snapshot. When you have everything up and running, it's time to initiate your first platform backup. Just like how the Home Assistant relieves you of using keyboards and other accessories, the backup system also allows you to relax, knowing you won't be losing your data anytime soon. To do so, go to the left-hand menu and pick Supervisor, then Snapshots, and then Full Snapshot. If you thought the setup of a Home Assistant is a great sell for getting one, there are 5 more reasons why you should use a Home Assistant in this video. Do check it out. In the meantime, do take care. Bye.